everyone. Happy Easter. So, middle of Montana, beautiful Easter afternoon. And I just briefly wanted to talk about this, which is my BMW Evo 07. There's some super good things about it. There's a couple of things I don't like about it. It's super light. I switched over from a Scorpion AT950, which I've had two. This one is my first higher end helmet. I wanted a carbon fiber helmet to be a little bit lighter, a little bit thinner material for the weight, and something that was just definitely easier to wear, something easier on the neck. So this filled all of those. It's been a super good helmet. I bought it a year ago, March of 2025. I've got 11,000 miles in on it, so I've got a lot of wear time. And there's a couple of things that I don't like. So the number one thing that I really have a problem with is on the inside with the MIPS system. There is one button on here that presses right here on my head, and after about half hour to 40 minutes, it gets to the point where you just can't stand it. I do have a piece of foam sitting on top of it. Helps a little bit, but it still puts pressure there. So I find I have to adjust the helmet, kind of pull the helmet from the back side up to try and get that pressure off of that. I found that with the buckle system, I have to only 2 clicks. If I go any more than that, that's when I really start feeling that pressure. So that's the one thing I absolutely dislike about this thing. To the point where I came really, really close to taking a pair of scissors or something and cutting that knot out of there, that button out of there. The problem with doing that, of course, you defeat the purpose of the MIPS in the first place. And that was also a selling point when I bought this. Was looking for something that was very safe. So, for the time being, and that's actually why I'm out here right now, stopped instead of riding, is that I needed to pull the helmet off, give my head a break, and I figured, you know what, it's about time I do a review on this helmet. It is an expensive helmet. Is it worth it? For the most part, I would say yes. I really, really like the helmet. It's very comfortable, other than that one spot. The only other problem that I've had is I do like to ride with this part up, and then with just with the smoke screen or the sunscreen down, so that I get some airflow. I prefer that in the summer. The problem is this helmet was wind tunneled with the mask down, so you don't get a lot of vibration that way. As soon as you do this thing vibrates so bad you get double vision or worse. You just can't see. So one of the things that I found was that the pin lock starts to flutter, and I actually have a little bit of scarring on this thing from the pin lock doing that. I do wish there was a way I could drive with this thing up. I use it for both my GS and also with my Goldwing. So with the Goldwing, as long as I'm in town driving, town limits, which is about 25 miles an hour, I can drive with this thing up. But as soon as I hit 30, then I start getting that vibration, even on the Goldwing. So, is it quiet? It's way quieter than the Scorpion. It's definitely not as bulky as the Scorpion. The Scorpion was a nice, safe helmet, and I had two of them, so I rode them for 10 years. So it's not like I have a real problem with Scorpion. They're good stuff. But in comparison to this, it definitely is not quite as nice. This is definitely the nicer helmet. I don't really care for the ventilation system. I would prefer a slide rather than this snap open and close. And the other part that I would like to see on their next iteration is venting. Right now the air comes in, but it doesn't have an exhaust to go anywhere. So I'm hoping that at some point they'll add exhaust, and this is the perfect place to put exhaust. So just something to keep the air flowing. Overall, it's not as hot as the Scorpion is. It seems to vent a little bit better, or flow air a little bit better, which has me scratching my head how that works without exhaust, but that's all right, as long as it's not as hot. But it's still warm. In the summertime, I don't care what you're wearing. You get above 90 degrees, you're going to get hot, but I would like to have a little more airflow to help pull that heat away from your head. Really, everybody else has got tons and tons of reviews on these helmets, so I'm not going to go into all the specs or anything else like that. I just wanted you to know what my personal feelings were on this 10 or 11,000 miles later. Would I buy another? Yeah, probably. I've got a couple more years of wearing this, so we'll see. Technology changes a lot over a 5-year period, so it's just one of the things that I'll kind of wait and see, but I'm not going to write it off. But I am going to hope that maybe some of those things I mentioned will be taken care of. So thanks for your time. Keep on riding, keep the shiny side up.